Comrades, there is no reliable water here in Brantford. There is no electricity here in Brantford. Why must we celebrate freedom in darkness? What kind of freedom is this that we are called upon to celebrate in darkness without clean running water? Yet in towns where whites live, there is clean water and electricity. All of us are under the same municipality, but we don't receive the same services because we are black and they are white. Because we are black, they think we are inferior and we must receive inferior services. We must refuse to accept that and say we will never celebrate any freedom as long as there is no water running into our taps in each and every house, not on our streets. Fighters, no child must go to school where there is no flushing toilet. All schools must have flushing toilets. All schools must have learning material. No child must go to school and pay for school fees because education is not a commodity but a constitutional right. No child must buy a uniform because education is a right. Why are prisoners given free uniform yet children are not given free uniform? Comrades, no child must be raped at school. Schools must be small heavens. When we are at work, when we are pursuing the economic opportunities, our children must be safe in the schools. No teacher must sleep with children. Any black teacher who sleeps with a black child is a coward, is a mpimpi. He wants to destroy the future of South Africa. Comrades, what freedom must we celebrate when many of our children stay in shacks, not knowing where their next meal is going to come from? We need to guarantee our children meal every day. They must have breakfast when they arrive at school. They must have break and they must have lunch before they go home. When they arrive at home, they must find their parents with sufficient child grant which will buy them supper. They must never sleep with empty stomachs. They must never learn with empty stomachs. We want our children to be looked after. We want free education because the best investment is in education. You can see in Velcom, there used to be mines. Those mines are finished. Those mines have expired. But your education will never expire. That's why we must invest in education, because you'll take it to your grave without an expiry date. When we take over this country, there will never be a so-called unemployed doctor. How can you be an unemployed doctor after going to school for 7 years? The doctors must be automatically be employed when they graduate because medicine is very expensive. We want each and every ward to have a clinic and to have a doctor and to have an ambulance in that particular ward. Elon Musk will never come and open his business here in South Africa as long as he doesn't surrender 30% to the South Africans. No one must come and do business in our country without involving our own people. No one must come to Masilonyana and open business, get a tender in Masilonyana and not involve the people of Masilonyana. We want the people of Mangaung, we want the people of Free State to benefit directly, not only on business. When there is a contract to build a road here, you must ask a question. You, the branch chairperson of the EFF, how many locals have you employed in this project? And if the locals are not enough, you must stop that project and demand that they employ more locals, because that project belongs to you. Let's go all of us and say, we are not free until the people of Palestine are free. We don't care if we are going to be punished for that. The people who were killed in Matola in Mozambique because of our freedom. The people who were killed in Lesotho because of our freedom. The people who were killed in Wangispolilo in Zimbabwe fighting for our freedom. We cannot allow that those who stood with us during difficult times are today isolated by the enemy, and we go to the side of the enemy. We are Palestine, and Palestine is South Africa. We are Africa, and Africa is South Africa. We will fight xenophobia with everything in our power to unite Africa so that we can have one currency, we can have one military command, we can have one president. This continent is not a continent for as long as we remain divided. How can a country like Lesotho say it's a country with such few people? How can Lesotho or Swaziland or Botswana negotiate with China as a country which has got the quota of the world population? We need to come together and confront the world as one continent that is united to expropriate the land of Africa and use the minerals of Africa to benefit Africa. Comrades, we are not scared of anything that they want to do to us. They banished Winnie Mandela into Brentford. Whether they ban us in America or not, we don't care. Donald Trump can stay with his America, but this continent of Africa belongs to us. Let us not be cowards like Winnie Mandela. Let us stand up and confront the imperialism of America. Let us challenge America. Let us challenge the stupidity of America. Let us not be intimidated by America. America is the enemy of progress in the world. The EFF must lead the liberation of Africa. Amandla!